What's going on, you guys, and welcome to Stranded Alien Dawn. Let's see where we're at currently. That kind of scared me. I thought we'd loaded a previous file, but there we go. Much better. So I hope you all are having a fantastic day today. I've had an eventful week, an eventful weekend as well. Celebrated my daughter's 6th birthday, and on her birthday she decided that she was too old for floaties, and she has been trying to learn how to swim ever since. I'm extremely proud of her. But she's out there every day, partially drowning, partially staying afloat. I'm allowing her to learn on her own, obviously, while standing there to ensure she's not drowning. Much like, well, it's not like how I learned how to swim. I'm from an older breed. How I learned how to swim is my biological father picked me up and threw me in the deep end and said, sink or swim. That's how I learned how to swim. We didn't have the floaties. We didn't have a lot of these rules that we have nowadays, these regulations, proper swimwear. I think it's partially because of me. Well, not because of me, but because of the generation before mine, and a little bit of my generation. Some of us are a little aloof, especially those older generations. Man, those guys are really aloof. Well, not all of them. I stand corrected. The ones that like to live in the past and judge things by how it used to be 20 years ago, those ones are aloof. Mainly because nothing is like it was 20 years ago. You can't take the same amount of cash and do the same amount of things with it. You can do barely a fraction, if that. But I don't want to get started on economics and the day-to-day nonsense. I want to try and focus on this playthrough. Now, in this one, we're going to try and get some more of the power up running. I want to also upgrade, potentially get a solar roof on top of here. That way during the day, our power consumption will just be, it's going to be dumb, you guys. I'm hoping to push about 3,000. I'm not sure how much I'm going to need. I don't know how much that relay is going to cost. And, honestly, I don't know how much I'm going to need as far as weaponry. Now, we do have a couple flat cannons to protect the base. And honestly, I think I'm going to bolster the defenses on this video as well. Alright, so we have our flaks. So let's go ahead and get some laser turrets. I don't want to put too many. Let's put one on either side there. And then let's get some machine gun turrets nearby them. Like so. I mean, I want to do a missile launcher, but I'm afraid I'm going to blow my stuff up. I'm really afraid I'm going to blow my stuff up. So we'll just leave it as such. 4 cannons over there. It should be more than enough. And I did say that I wanted to break down this fence in a previous video. Sorry, I'm a little slow tonight. I've had... let's see, when was the last time I recorded? Let me see, I had some family that came in on, was it Friday? I think Thursday? Almost a week now. Almost an entire week. I just uploaded my last video tonight. Oh, paused. It would help if I didn't have it paused. Finally uploaded my last video tonight, so we gotta grind out, you guys. This is my new passion. Well, it's not really a job, which is why I call it my new passion. I used to do live streaming on a different channel back in the day, and those were morning time. It was very loud, a lot of movement in my house during the daytime. Obviously, little one. But also the outside world. I didn't really think to do the nighttime. Obviously, the reasoning I didn't think to do nighttime streaming, obviously, I know, I'm saying that word a lot. I know that this isn't a live stream, but that's what I used to do. And I didn't think to, try it at night, mainly because of, viewer. Not a whole lot of people in my region are awake. They're all falling asleep now. So that's why I decided to do the uploads. That way, we could target everybody, the entire world. I don't want to just focus on the people that are around me. There is something called the closed captions, where it translates my language to yours. Thank God for technology. It's really a huge step into making the world that much smaller. It really isn't all that big when you think about it. A couple of hours, lots of hours. I say hours instead of days if you're flying. A few hours to go around the planet. Again, I know I said a few. It's really like a day to get around the planet, but it could be worse. It could be taking, several months to get to a different planet. That's the scale of things here, guys. We think we're so big on this little rock floating through space. Not even a speck. Not even an atom in an Olympic-sized swimming pool. That's how small we are. We're not even a quark in the size of a swimming pool. A quark being, the smallest known matter. I'm not 100% sure on it, but I know a quark, there's like several quarks that make up, I'm not sure if it's an atom or a nucleus, but if you guys are you want to know more about quarks, go look it up. Google knows a whole lot more than I do. I just I don't really pay attention. I partially pay attention to the Science Channel or anything my daughter's interested in. Obviously, my daughter's interested in it. I need to know what I'm talking about when she's trying to talk to me. So she loves space. So I'm trying to learn everything that I can and relearn everything that I used to know. About stars. I love space. Love stars. Love astronomy. I really wish that I could have been born, later on in the timeline when we had access to space travel, because that's really what I would want, you guys. That's where I belong. Space travel, flying through the stars, going from one planet to the next, and colonizing, making sure that the human race lives on instead of just being stuck on this rock, overpopulating it, and fighting with all the other inhabitants over the tiny little rock. It gets so frustrating, you guys. We went to the moon, or supposedly went to the moon. I believe we did. When we went to the moon in the 70s, why'd we stop? Why'd we stop pushing? I know that obviously we don't have the advancements in, thrust, propulsion, any of those forms of movement. We don't have the right tools. We need something grander, like a potential work tribe that I think I read that they're trying to work on, or at least a concept for it. They're using AI and all these huge technological breakthroughs, like trying to figure out string theory, delving into quantum mechanics. AI is, really helping with all of that, which I think that's what it should be used for. I don't think AI should be used to, proofread our papers or any of that nonsense. Used for some of the things that some of us use it for. AI girlfriends. God, what's wrong with our society? How far we have fallen from actually having girlfriends to needing an AI girlfriend. Some people need to have an artificial companion. If you didn't have a girlfriend, just go get a dog. You could talk to that dog all day long. And as long as you pet it and give it some treats, that dog's gonna love you. And that dog's gonna love you more than, any woman will. Well, I shouldn't say that. More than most women will. Obviously, you have your soulmates. I do believe in the whole soulmate aspect. I did marry mine. We don't see eye to eye on a lot of things, but we know that we've done this before. If you've read comics like Hawk Girl, and I think it's Hawkman. I'm not sure what his name is, but they're perpetuals. If you don't know what that is, and you do know what 40K is, the Emperor is a perpetual. Somebody who, even after they die, comes back again and again and again and again and again and again to repeat the cycle of life. I felt like I've been here before. My wife also feels like she's done this too many times. And I agree with her. We've done this too many times. I also kind of believe in reincarnation a little bit. Not in the reincarnation that most people would think. I believe that, when we die, obviously we go up to heaven, we get judged. It's either heaven or hell. For those in heaven, they're living the good life. For people in hell, we get this cycle that we're going through. Because obviously, God the Creator, doesn't matter what you call him by or what religion, he cares about you, right? He created us. So, as his children, he doesn't want to see us suffer. And I don't believe that he would have us sit in the hell for all eternity, for some, couple years of life. So, I believe that after we die, we do go to hell if we didn't live a good life. And, we do a little bit of suffering down there. But then we get another chance. As a parent, that's what I would do. You punish your kid, and then you give them another chance, and another chance, and another chance. So that's what I believe. The reincarnation. But when you do make it to heaven, you're in. You made it. That's your eternity. You're done. You don't have to come back down here. Which is, another reason why I think that everybody's just so angry all the time is because we just want to get to paradise. We're tired. Our souls, even if we don't want to acknowledge it, our souls are tired of that constant cycle. Pain and rebirth, pain and rebirth, pain and rebirth. We want to be with our loved ones and celebrate. So that's my outlook on the afterlife. I don't even know how we got on that subject, you guys. Obviously, with this channel, I don't know how we get on many of the subjects that we find ourselves talking about. I say that I want to keep this a gaming channel, and here we are talking about, some random off-the-walls ideas and beliefs that I have. But yeah, that's my outlook on, the afterlife. I'm not afraid of it. I've been here before. I'll be here again. I know this isn't my... I know I'm not going to go to heaven with this life. Let's just say that. I've done a lot of good. But, with the good, I've also done some bad. Things that I'm constantly beating myself up about. Things that I don't think I'll ever forgive myself. Nothing too severe. I haven't killed no kids, none of that stuff. I have taken a life. I've taken several. I'm not going to talk about that, though. I had to do what I had to do while in the service. Either me or them kind of situation. It's not pretty. Haunts me every time I close my eyes at night until I wake up in the morning. I'm remembering their faces. Remembering the events. Rewatching my friends die in my arms. It's rough. How did we get on this one? I don't even... I'm sorry, you guys. Alright. Alright, let's gather ourselves. And hopefully you can't hear my squeaky sandals. I'm so sorry if you can. Some new flip-flops. And, it's extremely hot, so my clammy feet have been... yeah, let's just leave it at that. So yeah, that's what's going on with me, you guys. My daughter learned how to swim. My nephew's still here. He'll be leaving Friday, and it's Tuesday. on top of everything that happened with last week. We found out that we had to pay almost $200 a visit. These Tuesday and Thursday therapy sessions for my daughter, nearly $200. It's ridiculous, and that's even after the VA covers 75% of it. But we had some good news. The other place, ACEs, or AB, I'm not sure which one it is, but one of them is going to help us out. They're going to cover some of it, which is a huge weight off my shoulders. Living on a fixed income sucks, especially when you can't go out and work. At least for now. I'm sitting here biding my time, waiting for the VA to, give me my full 100%. I am 100% service connected, but there is a very, very, very small portion, 15% unemployability, because the VA just doesn't want to cover me for everything that I should be covered for. Being airborne, I've got bad knees, I've got bad hips, I've got a bad back, and they don't want to cover me for that. They want to cover me, 70% for my PTSD, 10% for my hearing loss, and then they're covering my one knee injury, and that's at 5%, so it's 85%. And then the other 15 is unemployability. And my other knee's banged up, my ankles are shot, it's pretty much bone-on-bone movement. My spine is just, I've had several ruptured discs in the last few years. It's not fun. It's excruciatingly painful. Now, thankfully, I do have all my limbs, so let's start with that. I do have all my limbs. Thank God. I can't imagine, some of my brothers that are missing their limbs, how they could go through life. Honestly, you can't imagine what something like that would put you through until you're actually in it. Here I'm looking. I don't know what I would do. But then I know the second that I was put in that situation, I'd figure it out. Wow, the commentary is just weird tonight. What's going on? Let's get focused on the game. That might fix some things. Alright, so we got the insects coming up the base. Oh, the turrets are active. Yeah, let's see what happens. They're destroying... I'm not sure what they're destroying. Some fence somewhere. Oh well. Uh-oh. Everybody, get here. I was too busy talking and not enough paying attention. And we know what that does. Somebody's about to die. Let's go ahead and undraft him so he can go heal himself. I think I'm going to undraft Melody. Where's Melody? There's Melody. Go take care of your husband. So far, so good with these four turrets. I'm going to put in some work. Things are whittling down rather quickly. However, the rest doesn't focus to defending who is about. I want him to go over here. What were they targeting? Oh well, I'll figure it out another time. Man, yeah, I don't know what they were going after. Something over here. Instead of going this way, they should have came down this way. I don't have any service bots yet, so it wasn't that. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so let me take a look at our current research and to figure out what we have available, what I can do. Service bots. Still need that AI core. I think somebody was making it. Memory serves right. No, nobody was making it. Where's our resource rack? Here it is. Oh, wrong side. No, that was the right side. Really? How low I am? Good lord. Okay, I don't have any, what is that? 2 CPU and no electronics. Ah, because we're making weapons. Yes. Hey, never mind. That's for power cells. Oh, that's right. Never mind. The power cells, they require electronics, which is why we don't have electronics, because we're making weapons. I mean, I'll take them. I need these weapons. It's gonna be huge. So I have 2 soldering benches over here now. I completely forgot about those. What about the automated? Okay. We got 2. Got some more of those being crafted. Is this ready to be harvested yet? It is. How much do I got up here? Oh, that's it? Hold up. Harvest that. Harvest that. Let me get the harvest going on these items. Need to get them removed from over here. Yeah, I want to get them removed so I can add more trees. Oh yeah, almost forgot. Let's go ahead and disable. Cancel, cancel. And then from this side, cancel, cancel. I've got a lot to do. Not a whole lot of time to do it in. Cancel and cancel. I think that's it. Nope. There's just so many of them that I couldn't cancel all of them in one go. That's crazy. And I forgot. It's been a week. So I've got to play the game. Gotta pause if I want to get any kind of cancellation going. These over here. If I can do it, there we go. Cancel and cancel. Got all of them? Repairing, assembling, perfect. It's all the bugs. Oops, didn't mean to zoom that far. As you can see, we have left of the bug parts, which is why I didn't want to go and grab any. What's over here? Okay. Well, that's full. Bunch of random healing stuff. Food, drinks, bug meat, and some other stuff. And some other stuff. What the heck is going on in there? My nephew's making some noise in my kids' room. About to have to go back there and see what the heck's going on. Sounded like he was going through her closet. Okay, so we're really low on resources. Like, really low. God, what have I been doing with my life? We got plenty of scrap metal. That's good. Plenty of carbon. Likewise is good. A little bit of hay, a little bit of sticks. Still got some wood. I need stone. Yeah, I need stone. Honestly, what I need is up here. This is like the basic stuff minus That over there, carbon nanotubes. Let me see here. Go through these real quick. Okay. So still waiting. Kind of want to see readout on another mission. What do we have available? Oh, of course. Let's send her on that. Take a look around. Is my brain fried already? 20 minutes of talking. It's like, we're done. No, we're gonna have a second one here in a moment, you guys. I'm just trying to collect my thoughts. You know, my ADHD is kicking in. I'm trying to get a couple things inside the game completed. I'm gonna get my thought process squared away for what we're about to be doing here in a moment. I'm also sitting back and on top of observing and everything else I just mentioned, I'm trying to get a grasp of what's going to be most important over, not just this video, but the next video as well. I really want to get this upgraded. I really do. You guys have no idea. Getting this to carbon and then maybe a solar roof would be really huge. At least it'll be big for when we have to defend the relay, because I've had a week off. I had time to go and take a look, see what I had to do. That way I could properly plan for it. I have to defend a relay. So, that's what we're going to do here. Well, obviously not this video, but that's why we've been tackling the power problem. I want to make sure that even during a solar event that I have enough power output to keep this thing running so we don't have to restart the process. Some good old coffee. I know you guys haven't heard about it for a couple days. Lucky. Lovely. Sorry, just talking to my wife. Okay, so first things first. Yep, first things first. Oh, this is gonna suck. I'm gonna upgrade those to carbon. If you guys are wondering what I was moaning about, that rack, this very, very long rack, is in the way. See that? It's in the way. And I don't think I'll be able to get the construction behind it completed. Not a happy man right now, I'll tell you that much. The only way that I can think of, fixing this problem is to remove the shelving. And obviously not all of it, pieces of it, so that we can build behind and replace and rebuild. It's gonna be a pain in the neck. But it's gotta get done. We have to have this floor as well as the walls completed and the ceiling before we can get the other part done, as it won't have enough structural stability to keep the ceiling on top. Too heavy. Lots of stuff to harvest, but we are not going to be. We got too many people constructing, and honestly, I think they're over here working on this. Yeah, that's a lot to harvest. I wonder who's doing it. Activities. Rita and Laura. Okay. You mean the cook? Oh, so we have some weapons. Finally. I need that sniper rifle for Ken. And by looking at my people up here, we have 1 sniper rifle, 3 pulse rifles, 1 pistol, and we're about to have ourselves a sniper rifle. Yeah, that's next. However, what do we need for over here? Just waiting materials? Okay, that's not too bad. Yeah, they won't really do much until this is crafted. I wonder if they'll be able to do it from the outside, or if they can reach through the wall. That'd be cool if they can reach through the wall. Come on. Please be able to construct through this wall. Oh. Oh. He's trying to get a good angle on that spot. Gotcha. Alright, let's see if they do the walls. Come on, you guys. Get to the walls. Alright, good. We're still producing electronics. I think after we get done with the weaponry, I'm going to get my AI core completed. I'm going to get the service bot, like I've said in several videos now. 2 videos I think I'm dedicated to try and get in the service bot, and it just hasn't happened. We had too many problems, too many resource requirements that we had to fulfill, such as the one that we're struggling with right now. 2 CPUs. Hey, you get back here with those CPUs. Oh, wait, that was components that hadn't been finished yet. Never mind. No, those are CPUs. She's turning them into... Yes, I forgot. In order to make our weapons, we need electronics. And CPU cores, apparently. Dang, okay. At least it's good to see if they can reconstruct from the bottom. However, I want to see if they can reconstruct this wall. Like maybe put a ladder up. Tinker away at it. It's going to be a pain in the butt if I got to reconstruct this. Honestly, it won't take too long. I say it's going to be a big pain in the butt, and it really won't be. And it's very superficial. a few moments of my time. Easy as, that. Let's not break it down yet, though. It's as easy as that. And they'll break down the little spaces here, leaving the intact sections. And then all I have to do is redo these, and we're good to go. Now, we don't have enough power generation in the forms of wind generation yet. So our nighttime consumption is really going to hurt. Yeah, it's really going to hurt. Daytime, though, that's where we're going to thrive. We're in the daytime. Why is power slacking? Come on. Come on, power. 8 o'clock in the morning. Why aren't you working? Oh, yeah, because these things right here, they're slow moving. There's no wind. Everything's completely dead. And I don't even think we're really generating from the... Oh, no, we are from the sun. Okay, never mind. But yeah, our wind generation is extremely poor right now. There it goes. Now I'm seeing those things spinning. And we're charging. Almost 2 times production to consumption. So we're still within that range that I like to be within. It's not true 2 times, but it's close enough to 2 times production that I'm going to ignore it for now. We've got more important matters to attend to, like the fact that we didn't build that wall. Okay, deconstruct. You wanted to be a pain in my butt. I'm gonna be a pain right back. You guys can have fun. You're deconstructing and reconstructing the shelf just to get the wall behind it done. It's fine. We'll wait. In the meantime, we're gonna need somewhere to put some of this stuff. So let me do that. Just a little temporary shelf to move from point A to point B. Oh yeah, another thing. Make sure that only fabric, cloth, and leather is selected. And then hit play. Or you're gonna lose all your stuff. You're not gonna lose it, but you're not gonna know where it really went. If you have automated, transportation, they'll take care of it all for you, moving things back and forth. If not, I would recommend getting it, especially at year 7. We're already halfway through year 7 as well. How much time am I at? Okay, about to hit 40 minutes. So yeah, probably don't take a week off. Yeah, you guys. I took a week off, and my commentary was affected by it. At least I feel like my commentary was affected by it. Completely out of touch. Alright, they're nearly done with the shelf. Almost time to get to the wall. Move those goods. Nice. Alright, when they finish deconstructing the shelves, that's when we'll do the wall, and then I'll put up a new shelf. And since this is the last wall we'll have to build, I won't have to do this again. Get the deconstruction process completed. this done. And I can work on this again. And just like before, make sure that everything but the raw fabrics, cloth, and leather is deselected. And then deconstruct this shelf. And everything will get moved back to that one. Easy peasy. And now that that's been taken care of, I have 452 carbon nanotubes. Let's upgrade to right here. Let's see here. So I'm gonna need to upgrade the stone ceiling and stone walls. The next thing I'm gonna have to do after daytime breaks is find a nest. Preferably one with some stuff in it still. Here we are. So that's alive. That one's alive. Cool. Alright, so go hunting. Mine left nest formation. There we go. All 6 of the bots out. I know they can't see much, but since there are 6 of them, it should still make quick work of all these. And hopefully we don't lose any. Usually what happens at night. Since we have 6, I'm hoping that the additional 2 will help overwhelm the creatures here, which that's what it looks like it's doing. Perfect. Alright, so we'll take care of these few bugs here, use the nest material that we have available. Send these guys back to base for the moment. You know what? Now, after we get done killing all of these, I'm going to deselect them for butchering. This night. They just went down right where they were sitting. Sorry, bear with me here for a moment, just canceling some orders. I figured that you guys didn't want to hear me say cancel orders 100 times, so I'm saying it in my head instead. "24 hatchlings? Oh no, I don't want to work on this nest. Game's trying to get me killed, you guys. There we go. Alright, 1 nest at a time, thank you. 1 nest is more than enough. And mine that... Alright, that should be perfect. It's like close to 4,000 to 5,000. Alright, Music Knight. Can you stop attacking my drones, please? They're unpowered. They're not hurting you. Why are they unpowered? Because there's no wind generation. Come on, wind. What is going on here lately? Just like nothing. Minimal movement. Oh, let's go ahead and speed time up again. Bots, you gonna kill some stuff? Perfect. That one's dead. person's dead. There's a couple of them that are already dead. Nice. Come on, Power. Sort yourself out. I just got done building a ton of power. How are we constantly out? You know what? Okay. I'll put more power then. I don't care. And these guys are taking so long to hunt these that the humans are coming out. They're getting tired. Of course it's the guy with the bow and arrow. What's going on with Lara? I didn't even see her. The Ken's about to die now. What's going on? Stupid power, dude. I'm about to just restart. Yeah, Lara's gonna die before we get her transported back. Ken's fainted, yeah. I'm reloading. Not even gonna bother wasting my time. Make sure Lara's not over here. God, worthless. I don't even understand why Lara would be over here in the first place. Lara doesn't do mining. She has stuff to go plant and harvest. So why is she over here interacting with bug stuff? Again, doesn't make any sense. So, that's why I restarted. If anybody was wondering. There's literally nothing. No plants to harvest. No plants to plant over here. At all. But my planter decided to go fight creatures that she has no right fighting in the first place. So I'm trying to figure out what just happened to you guys. And instead of repeating it 100 times, which my autism does sometimes, it's hard for me to grasp certain things. Like, I'll keep this, like, going and going and going. It's like a vicious cycle. So I'm trying to avoid that. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, moving on. Before I melt down. I'm gonna go watch Lara and see what she's up to now. It kind of piques my interest. Also, let's go ahead and reactivate these. Just to get that little boost of power. I mean, it's only 4 apiece, but yeah, better than nothing. It's just ridiculous. You go from almost 1200 power to 428 because your wind generation just completely stops. It's madness. Absolute madness. Ken, what are you doing? Butchering where? I don't see no butchering. What are my bots fighting? Alright, let's go ahead and send them in, I suppose. figure out what's going on. Ken, you better sit back, dude. Oh, you're just gonna go over here. You're gonna do some mining, Ken. Let the robots handle all that. Alright, so why is Lara fighting? Lara, what are you fighting? You don't need to be fighting. You need to be doing other stuff. So Ember's mining. I'm gonna grab Lara. I'm gonna have her manually harvest the energy crystals. That way she's no longer fighting. Or she's gonna keep fighting no matter what. Draft? Okay, you don't want to listen to me and my orders, that's fine. You're gonna do what I tell you, Lara. Can you believe this shit? Sorry for my language just now, you guys, but you know, I'm starting to get frustrated with, because I know that wasn't on me. You know, you hit the triangle button, you make them go do what you want, and that's usually what they go do. But I've never seen that one. Like, watch, we're gonna select Jack. I'm gonna have Jack come over here and cut a palm tree. You see, Jack goes and cuts the palm tree. So why did Lara, who I said to go and harvest the energy crystals, why didn't you go harvest? Oh well, if I over focus on this, I'm gonna lose my mind. Alright, Ken. Buddy. Do not worry about the insects, alright? The insects will be taken care of. You just need to focus on mining. That's all. Oh, I thought Rita was over here. I saw the name Rita right above the fighting, and yeah. Thank God. Thank God I was wrong. So I think we have our power under control. Yeah, I think we have our power under control. The winds decide to blow for us once more. The winds of change are upon us. Now go do that one. Jack, you can go over here and help. Let's go ahead and cancel orders and pause the game because we just got a swarm. Okay, so those are all dead. Perfect. Is that all the bugs? I think that's all the bugs too. Yep. Alright, let's find out where this swarm is at. Down here. Okay. I might have time. Okay, still wants to butcher. Where though? Not seeing where it wants to butcher. Oh well. Go ahead and grab everybody. Get them back to base as we're about to get attacked. Mount the wall. Now be able to see how this trap, or how the traps handle from this direction. Because the first thing the animals are going to do is you have a clear line of sight here, and a long line of sight there, and a somewhat long line of, somewhat line of sight here. But they're really going to get toasted in this U-bend section. And here they come. Let's see how my turrets handle. See what I have to do to make more potentially. And I might as well get the planning of the next tower going. Something like, I don't know, something like that. And then get some walls. Shot at it for a second. That's crazy. Go ahead and throw this up over here. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to want a door. And get out of the post if there's no door. How do I really take the stairs? Aha! There we go. Stairs have been rotated. What are they doing? That's not good. I guess that's why we're putting this over here now, aren't we? Double healing. Damn. Killing them off here in a moment. Alright, get into the trap field. There we go. Just how about it? Gandalf with the Balrog, you shall not pass. Get out of here. Easy peasy. And that one's just going to bleed to death, so I'm just going to ignore it. And thankfully I checked what time it was because we are out of time. So, didn't get a whole lot done. And we got some of the structure caught up to carbon. A couple turrets placed and whatnot, and some planning for the future. So, thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day. You guys take care, stay safe, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Later, guys.